Any case, we're gonna begin. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop talking about random shit. It's like what, 7 o'clock on June 12th.
That's probably that late by now.
Actually, it's like 8 o'clock on June 12th. You guys gonna call it a day, or are you guys gonna try and go into the night with your investigation? Also, Joey, you're like, I'm gonna try and find my team, and you get reports. And you kind of like look on the news as you're like getting done with a bike, and you're like all like showered off from the grease getting off of you, and that just garbage smell from the junkyard. And you look and see, like, you see Sprawl, you see verification, and you see what looks to be Bastion, but he just now glows like a goddamn like fire bug now.
What the? Guys,
And he has these like rolling, blinding, like almost near blinding light tattoos, like framing his entire body.
You really call Bastion and like watch on the TV? Is it like live?
It's a bit old. It happened at 7.
Okay.
Is there like
now.
cell phone footage of like Bastion fucking melting that dude's armor?
Yeah, there is. There's like a picture of it. There's just him conked out, and LS Doom just knocked out, like just drooping in kind of like Sprawl's hands, like just the fights out of him.
Yeah, they'd call Bastion immediately.
Yeah, Bastion picks up. He's like, "Yeah, what's up?
What the fuck is going on?" I was like going like one afternoon to build like me and my nice Harley Davidson and maybe like catch a spirit or two, you know, and it was super scary. And now I watch the news and you become like some kind of glowing bug. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know if I describe myself as a glowing bug, but basically, when I was younger, God left his celestial phone number, and I decided to finally call him and ask for a hand.
Dude, that's weird.
You are the last one to talk about weird source of powers.
Well, with mine it was a demon. That's the total different spectrum.
A demon's weirder than a god.
Also, I told you, Bastion.
Like, yeah, it's complicated, okay? Like, I didn't want to use this power because Paulo's kind of
a douchebag.
I wouldn't.
He is though.
Like, there's worse. He's not Juniper. Like, you know, I just gotta tell myself that when I think about it.
Look, I watched I watched The Adventures of Hercules as well. Just stay somewhere. I come over. I have now a sweet motorcycle.
Is that what you guys were doing when we, you know, we were doing the whole bastard thing? Oh, by the way, that didn't turn out. Like, he left his henchmen. And
did you get fur at least in the case? Anything I missed?
Well, I mean, we got one of the relics back. We've captured 2 additional people. LS Doom, he kind of just rolls his eyes. And
that's such a cool name.
Don't make me hang up this phone call, man. This dude was a total loser. And the lizard guy I don't really want to talk about because he kind of pisses me off. We learned a bit more about the teleporting person in their group. Apparently a Hispanic woman. They likened her to a witch. So I guess she's in the magic business, which I guess is down your alley. And
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I smelled her magic all over the place.
I'm still not entirely sure what I classify myself as. Am I? I guess I'm a divine being. I'm not going to think about it. I have one hell of a talk to have with my parents.
Look, I'm coming over. Just stay there and don't make any more deals with gods you didn't tell me about, okay?
Fine. He just kind of
greet the others,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just see her walk out, and then you just hear like revving of like a motorcycle engine.
Yeah, we're waiting in the park by the water fountain, and he turns to the other two guys like, I guess before we have our weird trip or whatever happens, we can drink from this water fountain. We have to wait for Night Prowler to catch up with us.
Verification nods at this, but kind of like motions to like he just quickly goes, "I've been called in like by HQ. You'll have to give me. I need to go check up on what's happening." And then he kind of like the ship kind of like zooms in and he hops on.
Oh, that's fine. You know, me and Sprawl
Good
got
luck
this.
in the apprehension of Bastard.
Yeah, it kind
if you do get to him.
He nods. He's like, you'll probably be there for the finale, and salutes.
Safe journey, friend.
He gives an affirmative before flying off.
I stare for a moment, and I turn to Sprawl. So, Sprawl.
Yes?
I've been wondering this for a bit, but you think that this new relationship means that Apollo's going to try to talk to me again?
Can you repeat that? I didn't catch that.
Like, you think with this new thing, powers and everything, like Apollo's going to try to get me to do things? Because, like, man, one organization's enough, you know?
Well, I don't know the nature of this entity outside of mythology, but if you're channeling his power, it's likely he'll want something for it. Maybe not as overbearing as your last mentor, but...
Kind of just nods. He's like, well, if he asks for something, do you have my back?
Of course.
Good. Kind of exhales and get some coffee. He's like, oh yes, the coffee's always hot. This is the best day of my life. Do you want iced coffee? He just makes a face.
You know, if he does ask you for something, you may be able to ask him for something and try the coffee of the gods.
He gives you one of the most serious nods he's given in his entire life. Like there's a whole he's like, now kind of almost want to meet him. He's like, I wonder what kind of beans he prefers. And it kind of goes off in his own world while we're waiting for Night Prowler.
Yeah, I probably show up later on my motorcycle.
Yep, you get there like shortly afterwards, maybe like 10 minutes.
Yo, what's up?
Yep, and sure as rain, he's glowing.
Oh God, terrible.
Yeah, you got your motorcycle.
Well, yeah, but he's glowing. That's not good.
I mean, it's fine.
Dude, I can't summon my cape like this.
Just give me a second. He kind of takes a deep breath, and the bioluminescence is now just a small dim, and he's like, "Whew, okay, I can keep it till I don't know, like the night shift settings on your iPhone when it gets dark and you're like, you don't want the harsh bright light. Like that's about the best I can do, buddy.
Fine. God damn, my cape is like few inches shorter now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like. I mean, it's not totally affected. It's just. I don't know. There's like something always at the edge of your periphery now.
Yeah.
Like a bug almost now.
Dude, isn't there like a policy in our team contract that doesn't allow people to like get powers without the permission of others?
That's kind of messed up, man.
Yeah, I did not sign such a contract.
Just because my god happens to be a sun god doesn't mean I have to, never take the call to heroism.
Although, Sam, you, with your penchant for tactics and things of that nature, you may consider a new costume to hide the glow. It'd be hard for you to be stealthy in certain situations.
He's like, yeah, true, but, well, between me and my dad, I was never the stealth one. Now it's just going to be about, I guess, using my presence as more of a deterrent against crime.
And then just leave the stealth to me.
Yeah, And then who knows, I could maybe redirect the light a bit so that it casts better shadows for you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Teamwork, right?
Makes the dream work. He nods.
Yeah, I fist bump you.
Yeah.
Oh god, my costume is gone.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not that harsh.
Not right now, at least.
Yeah,
So
what do we do now?
Well, we need to talk to Mr. Johnson because right now we're at a wall where, there's some kind of derelict kind of robot we're looking at and a hot Hispanic witch from the testimonies that we've gathered.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a whole lot to go on. And, well,
Oh, maybe I can find the witch.
dynamite guy. I always forget his name because I wasn't really involved with him.
Oh,
He
you
was
mean
supposed-
you mean the guy who got lobotomized?
Yes. Yeah, that guy. He was supposed to have one of the relics, and he didn't. Which means that bastard probably has picked up the hilt. Which, people aren't exactly happy about, but we're gonna.
We still got closer than any of them, and we're still on the case.
Yeah.
So, should we go after Bastard then?
Well, we don't really have anything to get to Bastard, so we probably.
Well,
I was hoping Johnson would have some information about the witch.
Well, like my mom said, we just need his mask and then a place that is
Yeah,
artsy.
we already did that.
You were in a shopping mall, dude.
He responded with a message.
He gave up
like he
2
was
of his
supposed to.
lackeys. He turned on his crew.
Well, if we do that once more, then he sends another 2, right?
I don't know if it works like that.
I'm pretty sure it works like that. Or he shows up himself, if it's classy enough. Let's go to the Eiffel Tower, shall we?
Also, we don't have a mask right now.
Can't we make one? Like 3D print one?
That's
Well, that's
how
what
we
we
got
did.
the one last time. It's not quite the same, though.
Yeah, that might have been one of the reasons why he blew us off in the first place.
Well, high school's closed, so we can't get into the arts and crafts.
Kind of just raises an eyebrow, I'm pretty sure that would be an even worse mask.
I made the last one.
We are truly not worthy to find him, I guess.
That's why I was saying that we should probably target more of his lackeys, so he perceives us as more of a danger, perhaps.
Like, good point. All right,
We
then.
obviously don't have got a lot going on in the respect department.
Well, then let's go to Mr. Johnson. Maybe he knows more.
Guess I, lean over and take a sip from the water fountain.
That's not for consumption.
Once you drink it, there's kind of like in the middle, the gray gets replaced by a button, like a big red button.
Press the button.
A black hole opens all behind you for you, and you feel yourself sucked in.
Oh no.
I'm being at least unconscious.
I wonder how much
There's
money they've spent on all of these different methods of transportation.
Probably too much.
What's nothing but a favor between heroes that control various things. Like gravity. And magic and enchanting. Anyway. I think it's only just technology. But you guys kind of like just 1 second, and then the next second you kind of just like find yourselves like spat up on the couch.
Give the secretary a nice big smile and say, "That's my favorite method so far."
She kind of like looks up and it's just... The wormhole is one of the most popular methods.
Can't we get that like every time then?
Gotta keep you on your toes. Company policy.
Okay, so fighting super villains out the whole time is not enough.
You didn't adapt young villains. I mean, young heroes.
I see.
She chuckles.
Is Mr. Johnson available?
Let me go call. And you kind of like, presses like this one button like an intercom, and all you hear is just screaming.
Oh god.
And then she just like, you just yelling about something about sandwiches and then ongoing operations and what are you wearing? And she kind of just like gives up after a second, and she's just like, I'm gonna go knock and talk to him because I think he's gonna be interested.
All right. He just kind of nods with like a deadpan expression.
And you kind of just like, you see her just politely get up with a smile. She nods, and then she walks over to the door. She knocks. She enters and goes, "Who the hell?" And it's just after like you hear the door shut, and then the yelling just like, because you could hear like it muffled, like there's sounds, and then there's absolute silence. And then she walks out. She says, "He's expecting you." She sits down and continues whatever she was doing.
Sprawl just kind of shrugs to the other ones and heads into the office.
You kind of see Mr. Johnson without his coat on, which is rare. He's now just in like a dress shirt, kind of like with sleeves rolled up. Just standing over, like, facing a bank of TV screens. And goes, "Report."
I got a motorcycle now.
We've also recovered the mall, and 3 of the crew are in custody.
He nods at this. Good works thus far. You still have you found out the main culprit behind all this?
Oh.
Bastard.
This does have a funny smell about it. You know, I like to see Bastard as like my nemesis. It's like that old cat versus dog kids movie.
I thought the dove guy was your nemesis. The ghost dove?
Oh no, he was my asshole boss.
Well, like I said, nemesis.
Not nemesis. Nemesis suggests opposing sides.
He literally tried to destroy you and the whole city, but... Okay, well, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Mr. Columbide is just... I mean, he's mercurial because he's dead. Can you blame him? What would you do if you're stuck on, like, I don't know, I guess purgatory as a hyper-intelligent bird?
I'm not too sure.
Exactly. So, trying to apply mundane logic to a character like him, you might as well try to understand why there's so many stars.
Will you become a villain after you died?
Who knows what anyone becomes on the other side?
would have liked to heard a definite no on that one, but all right, I'll take that answer. He just kind of shrugs.
Do you boys think I'll become a villain?
I mean, I would like to think not.
Well, there's your answer. Have a little bit of faith. It ain't gonna kill you.
Additionally, we learned about some kind of derelict-looking robot working with a Hispanic, good-looking witch. Like,
And he
didn't
kind of
really
like
give us to work off of.
his eyebrows kind of like peek at hot Hispanic witch, and he's like, I'm gonna have to Google search that one, but
Make sure
what do
your
you-
safe search is on.
date.
We all looked to Sprawl with like,
Have to ruin my fun. No, when I mean Google it, I mean look through the database. Come on, man. Think I'd actually web search that? If she's half her salt, she wouldn't even dare post anything on Instagram.
Out of character. So, are the
Not a character.
no out of character? Were you and the other characters, were they actually describing the other robot as a Dalek? Like,
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if that was just like a quick description for the players, or if they were actually saying that to the characters.
Oh no, that was saying it like to the characters and to it was like both at the same time.
Okay.
Except he's not so much of like a rolling. Well, you'll get to that part. Was when you see him.
Well, then the reason I ask is, then Sprawl says, also, are you aware of any Doctor Who exhibits in town where a Dalek might hide out? Or one that looks like a Dalek? It might be a good place for him to lay low.
Nah, you're talking about science fiction bod 9000. Cheesy, I know. A lot of Bronze Ages are, but came up in the 80s, and he kind of like types up onto one of the screens, and he, like you see this picture of the first thing you see is just a head. And it's just like this guy, you can tell it's just biter level kind of things. Like it's not exactly imagination at all. Of course, to the Dalek sense, it's not like it's not exactly that kind of turret with two guns. It actually seems to be not fixed, but more turret-ish, like sponsons the guns, and the head has just this like these free eyes on it that just trail and follow. And he goes, he only ever sees out of the one, the other two are kind of like surprise razors, as he likes to say. One sponson also is just his main gun, and then the other one, what was it, shoots paste or acid? It's a utility thing. And then of course he can, and then he's not on wheels, but he's actually on like treads.
So stairs may be a weakness.
Nah, he's figured out around that.
I see.
Long time ago. What he does is he also has kind of like thrusters on the end of it that go in there, and it's not, and it's kind of like a smooth hull, almost. It kind of like has a Sherman-esque. He has like a Sherman-esque body to it that isn't studded. It's just plain sheet metal, and it says just 9,000 on the front. Of course, probably he's on like 9,002 because his last suit got destroyed. Otherwise, the guy's just a brain in a jar. Now, Latina, which I've been hearing from WizKid that there's the Coven's been recruiting recently.
Oh.
Coven is does anyone want to roll superior, try to see what they know about it?
Ooh,
Sure.
fine.
Alright, Bastion, you know that the Coven's this high-profile group of magic villains, primarily witches, that take all sorts of, like, not mean jobs. They do mean jobs, is the thing. Curses, like, deaths, plagues. Like, this is some, like, near end-of-the-world level crap.
Lovely ladies.
They
I
look
haven't-
lovely. Of course, they also use magic to bend that, says Mr. Johnson.
So she might not even be that hard in reality.
I mean, I don't think that real. Anyways, do you know any information about where they potentially would be hiding out?
They like being away from civilization. They never show up in cities unless it's to do damage, to do what they want to do. If they got young blood in there, then that'll be something for you guys to handle.
I mean, we'd love. Wow, I was about to say something that was going to sound very wrong coming out. We want to deal with the situation, but we're just not sure where to find either of these two beings.
Perhaps if we were to use a satellite.
Oh my god, kids.
We're not going back into space. We can't do that every other we don't have a spaceship right now.
Plus they teleported, right?
Well, we could look for some witch apprentices in Hot Topics.
Oh my god, Night Prowler.
What? They all look like that.
Look, if it's new blood, that means she's gotta be ambitious and she's gotta have great potential. So watch out over that. Sci-Fi bought 9,000. I have no idea why he would have paired them up together. Probably because Sci-Fi bought 9,000 at least he's probably not going to hit on her if that's a problem in the group.
Also, potentially, he probably has no desire to have the relic, so if she wanted to have a relic to herself, it'd be good to pair her with someone who didn't want one, so they wouldn't fight over it.
Maybe, though he's from the 80s, so he might be a nerd about technology or something. But, I don't know. How to find them? Man, how to find them. I don't know. Just try to figure that out. I gave you information. Sci-Fi bought 9,000 can't stay in one place at a long enough time, so if you wait for something to happen like explosions, then you might be able to find them. But at that point, you might not be able to complete your objective by the time he starts shooting off his energy again. So
I mean, I could look for magically inclined places.
then you'd be searching every single freaking psychic and tarot card reader in the city.
I mean, generally magical places. Maybe
you'd have to follow. You know what? Go down to the calf, and he kind of like takes like a map over, and then like makes an X on the table. In this table, you're going to want to find one of the heroes. Usually they have like this magic club that sits here, and yeah, they play fucking magic too, which is really fucking weird.
And they know about the witches?
Yeah, they basically, it's like Illuminati's not a totally homogenous monolithic thing. Your kids are gonna learn that. We have kind of like groups and subgroups and departments. I'm not so much as a boss, so much as a manager.
Oh, okay. Then let's find the magic club.
And yeah. So you guys kind of like file out. You just see like Mr. Johnson go back to the table, sup from like this kind of like glass of orange juice, and he kind of like sits down and like rubs his eyes, and then gets back to like the phone call. But now he's not yelling.
Yeah, as we're walking away, kind of like say to them, like, "Oh, this Johnson really pulls off the dress shirt, sleeves rolled up look. That would look weird. No, he looks pretty cool."
He looks always cool.
I mean, yeah, that's why he's, I guess, the manager, as he put it.
Sprawl stays silent on the matter since they're still in the office.
Maybe not manager, maybe supervisor? Head supervisor. Ultimate supervisor. The grand supervisor.
Do you think he's like also related to some like Egyptian gods or something?
Kind of shrugs. Yeah.
In Halcyon, it could be anything. He could have been an actual dog that got mutated. It could have been a person with a science experiment gone wrong. It could be tied to Egyptian gods. He could be one of the Egyptian gods. I mean, who knows?
The puppy version of Anubis? That's crazy.
Maybe history got it wrong.
This is the
Also-
thing we're talking about as we're slowly heading to the cafe.
Also, Sam, my mom, if she's really like the goddess of night, she hates your family, dude. Like, at least Apollo.
Whoa, let's not get this twisted. Paul isn't my family.
This is like totally like a platonic bromance Romeo and Juliet thing between us now.
Well, Nyx doesn't exactly hate Apollo. It's just Apollo likes to show up in the middle of things and tell her what she's doing wrong. And it already puts a cramp into her style. Because he shows up here all matter-of-factly.
Zeus is already not good on the next.
Jupiter, no longer Zeus.
Yeah.
Jupiter.
Some Roman. I see.
Yeah, Apollo isn't his father or his uncle or anything like that. It's more like Apollo is Sam's dealer.
I don't know that analogy, but I guess it's better than him being related to me. He just kind of shrugged.
Well, I mean, I can get up the old like family tree if you want. So I'm probably like your grand uncle or something.
I don't like this. I don't want to think about it. He just kind of
Which would,
sighs.
in Roman terms, mean your second cousin.
Probably pretty much.
Well, regardless, like, I don't know. I'm sure our friendship is enough for your mom to look the other way.
I don't know.
Don't
I think
don't put new fears in my heart, man. I have enough.
We'll try our best, okay?
I'm
This
already
makes you
trying
real.
to ignore your motorcycle. That death trap of a machine.
Hey, you haven't even driven it yet. Not that I would let you. It's a nice machine. It just misses a demon or two in it, or spirit.
No, no, I think from our experience, demon in motorcycle was not a good time.
Look, we were young and unexperienced.
I would like to stay unexperienced.
God damn. Let's find that magic club and ask
It's a
them.
really good looking bike, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you guys googled the '77 Harley Road?
Oh
Lowrider?
yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It can be as beautiful as it wants. A death trap is still a death trap, no matter how many nice ribbons you put on it. Sam is going to be forever terrified.
Any case. So you guys get down to the cafe, and sure as hell, there's a table there, and all you can hear is just counterspell. And I'm going to float infinite mana, and then there's just a lot of realies and again. And you see this guy kind of like get up from the table, kind of like stretch, put his arms into like a victory pose, and then he's kind of has a cape on, moon boots, and then a book strapped to his hip with a big W on his chest.
Through the internal comms to Sam, I'm just like, what are we walking into?
Regret. He just kind of walks forward. He said, this table, right?
It's the tape.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, and I'm not giving away my autograph right now. I'm busy.
Just take out the dollar.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. How did you get in here? I'm not giving you an autograph. And he fires you like a shitty grin. He's a man, kind of like average height, black hair, Asian. Very famous hero, very public. He's otherwise known as WizKid.
Mr.
Johnson
Whiskey?
sent us. We need to talk.
And he like says radical. Anyway, what's the problem?
Kind of turns to the other two. He's like, I someone who isn't me, talk to him, please.
Mr. Whiskey, sir, we're looking for
just
the... What?
No, just take away the mister.
Okay, Whiskey, we're looking for like a coven of witches.
Oh, and his mood just dampens and the smile fades away and he gets like serious, just like the coven. You're looking at the coven.
Yes.
And I don't recommend that at all.
One of the members were involved in a case we're currently on.
Okay, better.
Yeah, we don't want to join. Don't worry, we're still heroes.
No, it's not about you joining. It's about 4 free kids taking the coven head on.
I mean, we're only aiming for the one.
Which is fine. How old?
We aren't sure.
She's young, Hispanic, probably.
Well, definitely Hispanic. Apparently very good looking. He just kind of shrugs.
Don't know.
He kind of like hits over, and then he goes back to the person he just beat, who's just shuffling their deck again. He goes, "Hey, shaman. Hey, shaman, great. Shaman Chapel." And kind of like the guy like goes up. He has like twigs in his beard and everything. And he's like, "What's up?" It's just like, they're talking about this Latina chick. Isn't that the one you ran into last week? And his mood dampens, and she goes, "Fucking young blood, new shit popping up every goddamn day." She kept teleporting me before I could even get anything on.
That's probably her.
Just gone and gone. Just one fucking same trick over and over again. called herself Bruja.
Not very creative.
Look, man, what the else are you gonna call? What else are you gonna call yourself if you're a witch? Alright? Hag, crone.
I'm sure she could come up with something better than just calling herself witch in another language, effectively.
What? Everything's a work in progress. Eventually, they just use a fucking fantastical. They just use their own name since they're practically not human anymore. She's still in that stage. It's kind of like a rite of passage to finally be able to use your own name if you get that kick-ass enough.
I see.
Plus, it's also a sign of like anonymity to try to help them build it up. So it's not so, it's not so much their villain name. It's just what they have to call themselves till they can use their actual name. And even then, they ask you to keep that off your tongue because foul luck just comes out of you like a hell case. And I'm not talking about like you step on a crack and break your mother's back. I'm telling you, shit goes wrong.
Some dark shit.
Some dark shit.
Well, we still need to find them.
Or at least
Yeah.
Or at least her.
Since she's probably not bold enough yet, or she only knows the one trick. Have you tried going through the ley lines?
Well, I was trying to check out the magical places, but Mr. Johnson sent us here first.
Alright, so I just wanted you. Okay, I'm just teleporting, checking ley line. Alright. Have you tried tell me what you know, like, and a whiz kid goes, just like, you know what, thank you, Chapel, and he kinda like just waves him off and he kinda just like gives him a middle finger. And he kinda like fucking arrogant son of a bitch. He's like, alright, teleportation and ley lines. So what happens is he kinda like looks at you, Night Prowler, and goes, you're one of the old Shadows kids, right?
Yeah. That's my dad.
And your fucking lady next is, and he kind of like just shudders, and like you can see like a light like just pop out.
That's still my mom you're talking of.
Yeah, she was one of the goddamn founding members of this thing. All right.
My mom is into Magic the Gathering?
No, the Coven.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was like super villain feminist movement.
Look, it had a bad cause, but it brought a lot of good things.
Really hardcore social activism. Also
Look,
really illegal.
Look, I know that my mom is like swinging from one loyalty to another. Okay, I'm cool, but she's still a
Kinda
loving
shudder.
mom.
Alright, do you know how ley lines work?
Yeah, I know.
You know that it kind of like, depending on the kind of magic, how magic rides through the world, right?
Yeah, and I assume our city is also standing right on one.
It's not standing right on one. Each place in the world has multiple nodes. If it was just one giant ley line, this place would have blown up and been sky high a long time ago.
Well, the Coven hides out in like abandoned nature places.
Yeah, which is point one. Point two is teleportation works like, you ever seen kind of like Tron
Yeah?
with the light cycles, and they go like, and they kind of like make that kind of like etch-a-sketch pattern.
Yeah?
They work on ley lines like that. So you gotta find the glow, alright, and you gotta follow it.
Kinda. We have to write the ley lines to the points.
Exactly.
Well, I have teleportation powers now. You could try that. Just need to find Hmm.
But
Where's the nearest access place to the ley line?
Nexus place? From here?
Access place.
Well, yours is different, right? She uses pure teleportation. Like you're
Still
just
magic.
in a place. You use a font.
Yeah,
Something,
use
and
a
then you
medium.
use that. Yeah, you
But
have a medium.
But if I level ley line, I can pretty much teleport to every shadow on the ley line.
On the well, it's gotta be a. I think so, but even then, you're gonna have to make sure you kind of like you have to make sure it's their way, like the way line they used, and you gotta worry about the trail going cold.
Well, then we shouldn't move fast.
Well, what are you doing here then?
Well, I'm asking you how to find them.
Well, I got you your answer.
Okay, we're looking for a ley line. Fine, old man.
Good.
Thanks.
Good luck, young Shadow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He goes back and so Chapel, round 5, or are you out for the day?
Stop talking bad about my mom.
Listen, I'm probably gonna have to dodge 5 pianos in the next 24 hours because I said her name. And shivs and humongous ass puddles that I didn't expect to walk into. Alright?
Sounds like karma to me, and I run out of the room.
Karma's divine. Not arcane.
Sam just stares at the ceiling.
And then he like waits a minute and it's like, oh crap, that's right, she is technically. And then another light pops out, like his cape catches a bit on fire and dude!
I just kind of use my powers to put it out.
It's like, thank you.
Yeah, we're all good. I'm gonna go follow him. He just kind of turns around, slowly walks out of the building.
Yeah, Sprawl follows, and as soon as they're outside, are you tired of every adult hero just being dicks?
Yeah, especially the ones who talk bad about my mom. I know she's a part-time villain, but she's also a part-time hero. Whoever pays her best.
Let's just find that ley line. He's just like,
The morally ambiguous character is morally right.
he's like, we can't get caught up in their nonsense every time.
Well, that's kind of being part of a legacy. Alright, look, the best way to find a ley line is by dowsing. With a dowsing. Is that the right word I'm looking for? Like a little stick with like 2 handles and like one...
Yeah.
We need that.
You can't just like use your powers to...
I'm using my powers when I do that.
Like, do you need an implement, or can you just do it?
Well, I can try, but I'm just telling you, if I don't find it because I don't have a dowsing rod.
Do they have to be any particular kind, or...?
No, it just needs to look like a dowsing rod.
So, like around the corner, is there like a dumpster or anything?
You still in the Illuminati?
No, from the cafe we're at or whatever on the outside the building. Like, they're like in the alleyway or something like that.
Oh, you're still in the building of the Illuminati.
Oh, okay. I thought we went somewhere else.
There's no windows.
I gotcha. I misunderstood where we went.
Nah, you just went to the cafe level of the Illuminati.
Okay.
Alright, well, we guess we
Heroes
go
like
out.
stay there and get free food.
How big do the rods need to be?
Just so it fits nicely into my 2 hands. It's not very specific signs.
Well, if we broke off a couple of limbs from that plant over there in the corner.
I think that's plastic.
Does that matter?
Nobody has time to care for plastic.
I mean, if someone wants to try and figure out,
I just need to go walk to the next spot.
I go into the freaking cafe, get 2 straws, come over, put them in his hands. Close enough.
Ah, God damn it!
We're not gonna.
All right.
It's just like
this is not at
I could try to.
roll plus superior on how to do this, Night Prowler.
Is it superior?
I would have thought it was free. Right?
I mean,
Extending.
Yeah, extend your senses. Yeah.
yep. Use 2 straws to extend your senses. I guess that's not how I had the idea of magic in my brain work. But you know, unstable, temporary, take a condition.
I take a condition because I feel stupid and I kind of angry about that. So yeah.
Totally different idea about how do you find this, but you know, okay.
Yeah. So,
I'm pretty sure we all might have.
so we follow this abominable version of a dowsing rod.
Yep. And it leads you up and out of the building. You kind of like find a stairway going downwards, and then suddenly you're just outside.
On the hill.
No, you're just like outside the office building.
Yeah. Right.
And
Alright.
the rod just keeps continuing, like it just like there's like this kind of like smoky like mist coming out of it and forward from you, like like clairvoyance in Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads you to this one guy, this one squatter on the street who's trying to do card tricks, and the line is under him, and the note is under him.
Is it like doing like the game type where you like have to find the queen and then he's like hiding it in his sleeve? That kind of card tricks? Or is he like showing that to people and impressing them?
He's mostly trying to impress them.
Okay, yeah.
He kind of like case out. He has a guitar on the side.
So an honest man, I see. Yeah, I say, can you like go to the side a little bit? You need to do something here.
He goes, oh yeah, sure. Kind of like brings he brings like the like 4 people that were watching him like over to the side, and
All right. Yeah, I look back to Sam and
kind of like takes a card. Like he's like, "Where's the card?" And people like don't know where, and it's like his hands are empty, and then he kind of like lifts up someone's hat and then picks the card from under the hat.
Ooh.
Yeah. Bastion reaches into his pocket and like throws him a couple dollars as the only fucking adult out of like the many they've encountered, one of the few who just listened.
Yeah, it looks at Sprawl and Sam. Okay, I don't know how that's going to end, so be aware of that. Just a disclaimer, I never did this.
Well,
Okay.
And then
This is gonna be kind of like something new. All right.
Yeah.
Riding a ley line trying to get this chick is first you're gonna have to find a point she was active at,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're gonna have to follow it, and hopefully it won't get cold. So based on how well you roll on Freak, is how fast you can try and follow the current.
Right. Then
So,
I'm going to.
You
open-
found the ley line. I want you to unleash your powers to see
Alright.
if you can find a place that she's been active at.
Damn!
Alright.
Crushed him.
Yeah, you did. So, you kind of like feel down at it, and all you can it's ley lines act different for anybody in like the magic world. Some people like see things. Some people
Feel things.
some people feel things. You kind of like get this smell of like food. like this cultural food. And so you're like, all right, I got something. And so you kind of like hurl everyone around in your cloak your cloak expands and wraps around everyone, and all you guys feel is just this kind of like as if you were like being taken down like a water slide as you kind of like zip around, and you get a decent way there before you have to like pop up again, Joey, at a different node. Like you're now like you went from the street performer, and now you're in the middle of like an an old person's home.
Ooh. Hello.
Teleport.
Yeah, I want it.
Roll me plus freak again.
What's the old person doing?
Oh, they're playing bridge.
Probably. Oh, damn, no.
So, the immediacy of it kind of like just drips you down again, like more quickly than you probably should have, and you kind of like make your way just quickly to like the nearest node, and the kind of like smell weakens a little bit.
God damn it! Why do you have to
you're now in the middle of you're on top of a building now.
Oh.
Like there's this humongous AC unit just going off, like next to you.
God damn it, Sam, why do you have to stress myself like that?
We were breaking the law.
But being in an old person, something we're probably pretty happy to see us there.
That's breaking and entering.
What?
Go back to teleporting, please.
No, it's more entering than breaking and entering. But it's still wrong.
You're the second person to make that joke in like the past week for me.
Oh, the first time I ever heard that fucking phrase, teamwork is dreamwork or whatever, was whenever it was said in this game, like,
by me.
One of the first sessions, yes. It's every fucking where now. It's like 3 times per 3 times per episode of Supergirl. It's on Arrow. It's on like I think it was on Supernatural. I mean, it's like everywhere now. I've heard people say it in real life. I've never heard it before you said it in this game.
I heard it from my boss. I was like, this is the best thing ever. So I was like, this is the perfect time to use that phrase.
It will not go away.
I forget where I heard that from. It might have been from Travis, or it might have just been something I came up. Like I would have been like, "This sounds funny," and I stuck with it. It's weird. I probably got it from somewhere and then thought it was my own idea. Is probably the most likely thing.
I want to like kind of bust my eardrums every time I hear it now because I hear it so often now.
Don't worry, I'll say it more times in the future.
Oh, I know you will, especially since I've said something about it.
I guess they're teaming up on you.
Lesai.
All right, let's teleport. You can do it, buddy.
Thanks. Alright, concentrating and gotta go along. Okay.
Alright. So, you kind of like get back on track, and then it's like another like minute of just this kind of like whooshing feeling. And then you find yourselves outside of like city limits. You kind of, you turn around and you see like just this old decrepit keep out sign, dog.
Well, none of us are dogs, so we should be okay.
There's seems to be like a word scratched up about it, and all you see is just this winking log cabin with like this chimney fire going out of it. Along the line is a ring of stones. Joey, it feels like your entire suit's just creeping around you.
I don't like that. The bad mojo around here.
So we're probably in the right place.
Probably.
How big are the stones in the ring?
It's about like half your like it comes up to basically just above your knee, Sprawl, and they're kind of like nose shaped. And there's like moss, various levels of moss growing on them. It's a really shaded place. It's about like 9 o'clock now, and you just hear this like response come out from the side and go, "Yeah, the worst kind of mojo."
Ooh, who's that dead?
You turn around and just see this raven-haired beauty of a chick, like a dime, like 2 dimes.
Oh shit, 2 dimes. That's almost a quarter.
And she kind of like has just this kind of like cocky smirk, these kind of like glistening eyes, and she's just looking at you and just going, "So I'm gonna give you boys maybe 5 minutes to say you're sorry and run."
No.
Could you just happen to show us the relic in that 5 minutes, and then I'll run away and say sorry?
Roll provoke.
Please work. Yes.
She kind of just purses her lips and she goes, "Well, you know, I bet the other 2 knuckleheads tried fighting you guys, right?"
Yeah, I mean,
It wasn't a
They
banner
tried.
day for them.
Sam left.
Yeah. See, probably could give you a little run for your money. But then that's just wasted energy. You know, pick your battles. Anyway, I don't have it.
Then who has it?
Who do you think?
The
I'm not gonna
bastard?
tell you that. I gotta keep my professionalness. So, sorry, glow stick, I can't show you the relic.
I'm not glowing that bad, whatever. I mean, well, whoever you're working for isn't very professional, seeing as he sold out 2 of his comrades already. So I mean, it's a little bit of unprofessionalism every once in a while.
He really does live up to his name.
Well,
I mean, without
alright,
him,
we'll
we
do
would've never
we'll
found
do a
you.
bit of a trade, alright?
Mm-hmm.
You get the dumb referential robot out of my house, and you know, we'll maybe trade info over some food. And you kind of like see this like quick mark bag in her hand.
So sci-fi bot's in
Yeah,
your
that's
house
fine.
there?
About how big is this bot that's in your house, by the way?
It's like a fucking, it's like a non-stop chattering Chester drawer with laser guns. Like, who thought that would be a good gimmick as your villain ID? It's almost like, hey, I want to be thrown away. Look at how basic I look.
While they're talking, since the sci-fi bot guy seems to be right here, Sprawl didn't do this earlier, so he's gonna like kind of log into the Illuminati computer system, the database, and find out if the robot is just a robot or if it's an actual living entity, like a brain in a jar type of thing. Or
Yeah, there's a brain in the jar, literally.
okay, he was described as having a brain.
Yeah. He's a brain in the jar in a tank suit, robot suit,
Oh, okay.
something like that. If I can recall correctly.
Sam walks up to the house and yells out, "Hey, robot! Fight me!"
Sprawl just kind of shakes his head.
Like, hey, dude, it worked. This is working suspiciously well, so might as well just go with the flow. And he just kind of turns and like waits to see if he gets a response.
Oh, fine. Sure. I'm behind you, buddy.
And you kind of just see this, there's just this rumbling in the house as this kind of like ball thing just explodes from the roof, and she goes,
I'll fix that if I can.
And she just kind of like takes her hands and just like quickly, someone like shadow manacles.
Okay.
I don't want to. God, you guys don't do anything without a plan. With a plan, do you?
Hey, he's our leader. I follow him.
Hey, I mean,
It's got us
look,
this far.
yeah, I mean, we actually usually our plan stuff doesn't work out.
And he kind of like this humongous like bulky robot kind of like just goes at you, kind of like all these like plates interchanging, and you see these two like guns at his side, like each of them ends in like two cannons, and there's just these kind of like digits that just flicker about, and he goes, "Challenge accepted."
Yep.
Alright.
And he's like, all right, I'm gonna keep
He goes to the witch and he goes, "We've been found," and then she goes, "I didn't notice."
Alright, let's do this. Let's beat up the big robot guy.
And he goes, "I will not be easily overcome." And then, like, as this kind of like thing before he starts firing, it's just this drone kind of like pops off of his back, who also has like two laser cannon, like two kind of like cannon things, and they've also like kind of like just float around him. Try me.
Alright. Sounds like we're going into battle.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's add 2 teams to the pool.
Mm-hmm.
What else? So,
captain.
everyone has the same purpose in a fight. Add another team. Gonna say ill prepared.
I mean, we're not ill prepared. We literally asked for it.
Well, I mean, you
Right.
asked for the fight, but then you like had no plan for the fight.
I mean, I guess so.
No, the plan was to
Um,
fight.
Yeah.
So we haven't.
It's if you were a bull, you can easily say I didn't hedge my bets, and I'm going to raise my danger to 3 from like 1 based off of one of their moves. Like you guys hedged your bets.
So the total team that we'd game would be 4.
Indeedly. So, he starts lighting up the place. What do you guys do? You have to start dodging lasers.
I make him blind and you come in hard and heavy.
It's like I could also just tunnel him under the ground. And we focus fire.
We're literally in the most abandoned wilderness ever. I don't
Plus danger as you're trying to communicate as lasers are literally dancing around.
Could it be savior instead of danger?
Yeah, if you want to, who are you trying to protect, Bastion?
Oh, I mean, if you're saying like,
Because you're kind of like,
engaging this guy, so I was trying to just keep myself safe.
I'm not. It's just danger to kind of like no combat sense to kind of like try and dodge something. But if you want to use savior to try and protect someone else with your own, that would be definitely a savior moment.
I can save you, I guess.
I mean, I can save anyone.
Also, don't forget how to explain how you do it.
I'm going to like just kind of put my like a earthbender, put my hand in front on the ground, and it like shoots up a wall that real quick to block some of the lasers coming at me and Sprawl.
If you want to do that, do you want to spend burn, and do you have the ability moat?
No, so it's not
Okay, you have snatch,
It's
you have
not gonna get
reality storm, and
permanent
you have
parry.
overcharge. Okay.
This is just
So
this
roll me
is just for
plus
this. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna say you can get you and one other teammate.
Yeah.
Well, you and Joey were talking, so it's probably y'all are probably closer together. So
Yeah, sure. Me and Joey are fine then.
So Sprawl, as your kind of like your verification of force-esque suit comes on.
am I rolling directly engage? You said.
Danger, yeah, to try and dodge lasers. Yep. You get away from the opening barrage. So I'm gonna leave it up to Sprawl or Night Prowler. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah. So Sprawl, jumps back, avoiding the lasers, kind of crouches down, looks up, leaps into the air, crackling electricity flying up, comes up behind the drone, or the robot, even though he can probably rotate around or whatever, and just places a hand on him to interface and access like the mainframe to communicate directly.
Okay, so what's gonna be the goal of this? Or are you just trying to use Freak?
To have a conversation with them, like in a safe space, basically.
With the robot dude?
Yes.
Alright, what do you want to say to him?
Well, really, just try to find out his motives in this, and then also just in general, like what his ultimate in-game desire type of thing is.
I want you to roll plus mundane to pierce the mask.
Oh, my -2.
Oh dear.
So you kind of like lay your hands on him as you kind of like just skate, like your dynamo engines get off the way and you get onto his hip and you're just trying to find like purpose logs and like whatever, like a to-do list maybe. It's just immediately you just shut out and you like your hand gets zapped away as he kind of like points his guns down towards you.
Okay.
And they start priming. Like you hear this just breathe.
I mean, if I have time to react or whatever, that's fine. If it's just his attack, then let me know what I need to do.
He's charging for another barrage.
Oh,
Joey.
right then. I think I'm gonna save Sprawl then from being lasered.
Alright, so roll me savior.
Sure. Here we go. Hmm.
Alright. So let's look at the defend options just quickly. On a 7 to 9, it costs you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. And then choose one. Oh wait, no, for NPCs. For yeah.
I think I exposed myself to danger.
Alright. So Night Prowler, you kinda like burst from the shadows, kinda like under him. It's very easy enough. This place is like your playground. Because of just how shaded it is.
Nice.
So you kind of like pull the lasers away from him, and in that kind of like inadvertent self way, also can choose one of the options: add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, and clear a condition.
I clear my condition angry.
Okay. And then you kind of like you whip the laser around, and just as it fires, it kind of like is going to clip you. Can you take a powerful blow?
I can sure do.
Oh,
awesome. Nice.
Yeah, you kind of like because it's so shaded, you kind of like warp your body out of the way, and it just struggles past you through the ground. Bastion, you kind of like pop your head out of the earthworks to kind of like see this exchange going on, and you take a notice around your surroundings and notice that the girl is missing.
Yeah, fair enough. Is it raining?
Is it raining?
Yeah.
No.
Still got a lot of elements to work with outside of Earth, so he's just gonna keep working with that. And
well, you're already kind of like a matchstick.
Yeah, or like Earth, good old Earth and Fire, not
fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Hey.
Hey. Starting to feel like September. But I mean, there's also the lasers that are like kind of setting fire to grass and stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to.
There's mud around the place, obviously.
I'm gonna try to try. Actually, let me roll for the burn.
All right, you're gonna try and generate burn. Here we go.
Yep.
Roll plus condition.
Let's hope this goes well. Hey.
Go 2 and take 1.
Working condition. I'm gonna say.
Actually, no. Get free burn. Mark condition.
Yeah. I think maybe like insecure. Like this is his first time really using this for real, and like he's really worried that he's gonna accidentally like burn down that entire house, which is not his goal, and would lead to probably some hampering in the negotiations. So he's gonna run up, and I want to use Reality Storm to channel like a strong charge of fire energy, and just try to like put my hands against the lasers and try to superheat them.
All right. So roll me plus freak then. To directly engage. You can choose one option from the directly engage list.
All right, I'm going to choose to
Also, I think you should change your playbook. No longer protege.
I don't know how I do that. Okay, then yeah, thank you. There you go.
There you go. So yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, now burns here as a thing. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies, and also I'm going to spend an additional burn so there isn't any unwanted collateral damage. Because I don't want to. I'd rather not blast either of my teammates.
All right. So just mark the burn counter down one more. Then I already put it down. And yeah. So you kind of like take the wisps of fire off of like grass, and they're still singed, but it's almost like you just picked it up off of them, and you kind of like take them and like you make a gigantic like your hands are on fire, and you take it to like the lasers, and they kind of like overheat for a second, so that kind of like vrooming immediately shuts down, and you feel these kind of systems try to fight your fire. Unfortunately, the drone starts to like go around your back and is starting to shoot you with its lasers.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, I want you to take a powerful blow.
Alrighty. Oh boy.
Ooh.
So could Sprawl move to defend at that point, or was it too late since he already rolled?
For that instance, let's say it was just too late at that.
Okay.
Yeah, he already rolled.
That's fine.
I need Sprawl to be able to take that opportunity.
Shit. Wrong thing. Basic. Okay. So. I think. And I give ground, so like he kind of blasts me away, and I wasn't ready for that reaction, so it kind of throws me off, and I'm like, I hit the ground, and like my instantly the fire's gone again, and I'm kind of struggling to get myself back together with my powers.
Yeah, so it takes your concentration off, and you're blown back a few inches, but now the drone's out of like this its usual defensive position, and he can't shoot his lasers for a bit. So there's gonna be a solid couple of moments where he isn't like he's not gonna be able to do anything personally. So Sprawl, what do you want to do? Your partner gave you an opening.
Yeah, so Sprawl kind of flies up in front of his optics, and as he's kind of hovering there, out of his back just grows an array of weaponry, blasters and like buzzsaws and like sword arms. I mean, just crazy stuff, like a Swiss Army knife of weaponry out of his back. But his actual arms, he just kind of crosses them. Yes. Look, you're outclassed. My tech is from the future. We have a demon and a conduit for a god. We can end you, or you can give up now. And I'm going to roll Persuade with Best Interest.
Okay.
So that is Superior.
Mark a doom sign.
Yep. That gives me a new power. New Doomed. And Superior. Damn.
The robot kind of just stares at you for a second and goes, "It is not about what you have, but how you use it." And he goes in to headbutt you.
All right.
Joey, would you like to do anything before Sprawl gets his?
I want to attack him for once, but I guess I have to save Sprawl. So yeah.
I mean, you can wait. I can take it.
That too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Just scream if you need savings.
So yeah, you kind of just like dance back a little bit, but
You're right.
still,
It is how you use it, and you're not very effective.
and you just the reply's just scathing.
All right, let's. Joy's going to try to get this brain out of this mechanical body out of there.
All right, roll me directly engage.
Yeah, and he's going to try to be precise about it, so not like wreck him totally. So I guess I'm gonna pull my punches a little bit to be a little more precise than destructive.
All right.
All right. Directly engage.
All right.
Damn it.
Well, what's gonna be from the list?
I resist the dead blow.
All right. So yeah, you kind of like take like a clip off of like their front armor, and you can see like this kind of like glowing casket like thing almost, and immediately you kind of like have to dance away from the laser that's now recharged up as it kind of like just chases you around.
Shadow dashing around quite literally. Oh. There it is. I think that's the brain case. Get it?
Bastion, you kind of regained your senses and things seem a little bit more normal to you. You kind of like got a second to gather yourself. Night Prowler is now nimbly dodging his lasers.
So, what about his brain case right now? Is it like somewhat separated from his body right now, or
No,
is it?
it's like open.
It's
not open. You kind of like just shredded a little bit off to like you can see a bit of it.
Bit of brain case.
Is it enough for the brain to be able to be removed from it?
Not definitely. Like you'd have to definitely. It's a tough knuckle. You just know where it is.
I ask just because Snatch says I can use my powers to seize any one object up to the size of a person from someone within view.
Pretty good.
And that's an object.
Yeah, and a brain is not a whole person.
Yeah, you can do that.
I guess I spend a brain to remove the brain.
Yeah. So what you kind of do is you just
I kind of, is it like sitting in a pool of water?
no. Like it's in like this kind of like gel thing. So what I imagine you to do is you kind of like press your hand to a ground and like this earthen like rock hand just breaks through it, grabs it out, on the ground next to you. The drone is gonna start chasing you again, and the suit kind of just turns your way.
So is the brain is still attached to stuff, or is it just a
Nope.
brain flopping on the ground?
Nope, he got like the brain in the casket, like it's in his like gel thing.
Yeah, I heard the gel, but from the way the description sounded like it might have knocked it out of the gel, so I wasn't sure if it was just
Nah,
a
he
brain
has
or...
the casket.
Okay.
Well, I mean, did you want the brain or did you want the brain in the casket?
I mean, I would like to not murder this thing.
Right, and that's where I was going, to find out if it needed some sort of life support.
So I think with the casket would be preferable.
Okay.
Yeah, and when he grabs it.
I don't automatically assume our young heroes go out to kill people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that doesn't work.
Bastion just yells, "Destroy the droid!" I got his brain. It won't be murder.
And you see all 6 of the laser cannons just heat up at you. Sprawl, would you like to try and save Bastion from
Someone
eating
save me from
shit?
being blasted, please.
Yeah, while the lasers are blasting at him, Sprawl, noticing this, just kind of jumps to the ground in front of him, and then expands, like from his chest out like a rod, basically, which then at the tip of that, like a fan type of screen, kind of extends out in a series of blades, creating a giant shield, basically.
Only defend. Right, so escalate the situation or expose yourself to danger.
Expose myself to danger.
So yeah, one of the things kind of like you feel just the thing. What option do you choose to take from the defend option? As you nobly place yourself as a wall between you and
adding a team.
Bastion. You add a team?
Yeah.
Alright. So as this goes on, you kind of like you feel the laser stop and you're like, oh thank God I did it. This nerd's done fire. And then you just get like these 2 wrenches just get into your shield and just pick you up and hurl you.
What? I mean, the hurling is fine, but what got into my shield?
Like it's just 2 gigantic hands.
Oh, okay.
Just dug into your shield and hurled you along with it.
Alright. Does that take a powerful blow?
Yeah.
Woo!
What option are you gonna take? Really easy one here.
I mean, giving ground is the obvious one.
Literally.
Right.
And you kind of like just slide off on your back as kind of like your nanites pour into you to try and soften the blow. You kind of like hit against one of the rocks, and that kind of like just like puts a little oomph into you, and you just kind of like just get back up after that. But you're a bit farther away. Joey.
Even with a -1, I think I have to try to destroy this thing.
Alright.
Yeah, I gonna summon all my shadow powers around me and like try to like engage that thing directly.
Alright. So roll me to directly engage with danger.
Alright. Nope. Unless someone helps me.
I can
So-
help.
Yeah, Bastion can help.
So yeah, I think like you said before, maybe like intensify your light and that just like expands, like makes the shadows around us even more darker actually. Since we are like in the forest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the kind of like shades get darker and a bit smaller, but definitely a bit more effective for you to go through.
Yeah. And
so
then
you
I like
pop up and
like try to like concentrate and I summon like these like spikes out of these like shadows out of the trees and like impale that big robot with it.
what option are you taking?
Could I take his robotic body from him?
You already kind of.
Otherwise, I avoid it or dismay and frighten him. I think.
Maybe take away.
Yeah,
his
fighting
ability.
him would work.
Yeah, that's what it works too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean his brain is already out of there, so yeah, I don't hold back. So yeah.
Yeah, so all these tendrils kind of like spike out, and like you kind of. Literally, like one of them like just rips one of the arms off, and he sees like the cavern that is just filled with now these kind of like tendrils that are just defying like science as they kind of like just pierce metal, like needlework.
Yeah. Pretty much just like spears made of.
Bastion, you think you see the gel kind of quiver a little bit.
Well, should I try to do Reality Storm again? That would cost burn again. I'd have to roll.
I think you're out of burn.
Yeah, I'd have to roll to get burn again.
Yes.
How about you try to convince him to give up?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, he's like, cease and desist now, or trust me, the next time it won't be the robotic body.
Roll me provoke with a +1.
Thank God for that +1.
Could have helped you.
Yeah.
Got enough team.
So yeah, he just as soon as you kind of like say that, he kind of quivers again, and the drone kind of just shuts off. The drone speeds away. It doesn't shut off. It just speeds away from this scene, and kind of just exits from it. The robot kind of just starts turning to you with just its one arm, just struggling to like fire again. Sprawl.
Alright, so Sprawl hits the ground, and as he does, he just kind of, his eyes close as he hits, and he feels just all these connections opening up that he's never felt before, and he doesn't know what path he's going down, he doesn't know what's going on exactly, other than he knows his intent. And all of the stones in that stone circle start rumbling as they all suddenly get projected with great force from underneath at the robot body, trying to smash it. And this is using geokinesis from the Reformed Playbook.
Damn, son. Well, I mean, that Doom track, and you kind of like, as these new connections open, you feel like something closed, like within you. Like, I don't know, it's like a program shutting off.
No. Directly engage.
But, yep.
Oh boy, man. You always know how to put in the hurt.
Yeah, this thing just gets pummeled by just rock after rock after rock after rock. Until it's basically just nothing but just plate metal all over. Joey, you kind of just get smacked by like something, and it's just, it's more insulting than anything, but.
Damn.
The brain beside you, Bastion, goes, I concede.
Good. We'll get you arrested in a bit, but for now you're staying with us while we try to find the cute chick again.
I can't move.
Yep. He just kind of walks into and checks inside the house if she was there.
How did he even
There's just a hastily
fit in
wrote note.
here?
Just, it's not here. Decided to get out while I could.
Damn.
XOXO Bruja.
Kelly raises an eyebrow and he's like, I can't tell if she's coming on to me or just this is her attitude. And he kind of like scratches his head. He's like, I don't know. The women is more night prowlers deal than mine, I guess. And he just kind of walks back. Hey,
They might say opposites attract.
He says not here, and she kind of dipped on us. But hey, we got another person in the bag, and maybe if we use your, if we try to follow her teleporting again, we could probably find her again.
Dude.
Not right
I'm
now.
exhausted from that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, not right now. Of
We
course,
need-
not right
We
now.
need to deposit and interrogate the brain.
Yeah, we need to. By the way, do you know where the relic is?
Roll me provoke. With +1. Sprawl, I'm gonna say you get influence over,
God damn it.
So he just kind of goes, I will say nothing.
No,
She left
you
me.
can't use team to help.
Actually you can. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so Sprawl just kind of walks over and... You would not be the first brain that I've ruptured if you do not give us what we want.
Like Sam sees that, he's like, dude, not again. Not.
Internal comms to Sam is chill.
I know, I'm just,
And, so they say, it's already gone. He took it. And so, I'm gonna give you a +1 forward to continue the line of questioning. From a different person.
Alright.
Should I? I have a mundane of 0.
I mean, it's superior.
It's superior.
Oh, it's superior. Wow.
Yeah.
I have a superior 0. Anyone else better? No? Alright, then I do it.
I mean, I'm not allowed to do it again, so.
Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Nice. So, what should I ask?
Anything about Bastard's whereabouts?
Yeah. Alright, brain case. Where's Bastion? Where can we find him?
He finds you.
Anything better than that?
No, he found us. He was waiting. Took the banner and said, good job. Stick to the plan, and then he gave us our payments.
How was the plan? How was it supposed to continue? With you just laying low?
Yes. The female did not like my movie choices.
God damn it.
She is not a fan of documentaries.
Yeah, I throw the brain over to Sam again. Okay. Now that we all got the goons down, we have to go after Bastard. They're already not employed by him anymore.
Yeah.
Then I believe them when they say that neither one of them has the banner.
Yeah, so he must have it.
How are we gonna get a hold of him, though?
Challenge him once again?
There was another involved.
Who?
I have no idea, but besides him at the embassy, there is one more.
Does that mean we have to track down the teleport again? This is an endless.
No,
Hate bastard.
she is probably gone. She was saying she might just take a trip to somewhere or something. She was very tight-lipped.
Alright.
I was annoyed at my movie choice. Also, the fact that my voice modulator is just monotone.
Yeah, it's very unpleasant to listen to you.
I'm sorry that I'm not like Future Boy over there.
Well, maybe you should have like invested in the voice modulator instead of like all these like weaponry.
Do you
Saying
want me to see if I can improve your voice modulator?
no, we don't do that.
I
Just like
would
we
be
take-
perhaps a bit more cooperative if you did.
No. That ended badly before.
I mean, what can you do with a voice modulator?
Yeah, worst case scenario, no tempting GM there. But
Yeah, it's just a part. It's just
yeah,
The fact that
it's-
there's some
I'm thinking worst case scenario, I burn it down. He can't talk, and he just gets pissed.
yeah, basically. Or you just don't change any.
No. So what am
I mean, you could
what am I
just
rolling to interface
freak.
with it? And okay.
Yeah. So it's just like he kind of like it just stops for like a second and it just goes. Can I? I got a bit better. This is great. I like this. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Glad I could help.
It was a
Simple thought.
thinner man. Definitely had a medallion on him. That's all I remember. And then they told me to shut up.
You don't. Do you have any recollection of what the medallion looked like?
It was obscenely gold.
Were there hands on the medallion?
I believe so, with a star above it.
God damn it! It's the hand guy again.
Who?
The hero guy who supported the Magma Man.
Was that the Phoenician
Oh.
symbol?
The Venetian, yeah.
It's different actually.
Oh.
Phoenician had like not a star, but like, and not their symbol was not hands so much, but so much as kind of like multiple like game pieces around each other, like signifying a group, and then
Can I-
a phoenix on top.
Can I use been reading the files to potentially identify what that kind of medallion could be?
Yeah.
Thank God.
It's a diplomat.
A diplomat?
Yeah, it's one of the kind of like administrators slash diplomats at the bank. Typically have these.
And I guess my follow-up question is, are there different kinds of medallions for like different kinds of diplomats, or is this a universal symbol for the diplomat?
Nope. Different kinds for different races.
Hey, so this could be the inside guy. Along
Do
with
you want to roll superior?
I mean, sure.
Or Sprawl, you can roll freak because of your camera stuff.
He's got this. If he wants to roll it, then I'll teamwork help if I need to.
Oh man. Well, I started this line, so let's finish it. Please roll well. Damn it.
So yeah, as he's racking his brain, try to dig into the database of my memory and anything that kind of matches with it to help him with his line of thought.
You've definitely met someone with that medallion of description. You can't say what, Sprawl, because something's just weird with you now. And it just happens like flashes of like memory, then videotape.
It was the blob
But
guy.
you've seen it.
Maybe the blob guy, maybe the space Mongol guy? God, it's on the tip of my tongue, I just can't remember.
Unfortunately,
In any case,
all I know is it's familiar, but I can't quite place where either.
can you guys take me to a police station / gas station?
Yeah, alright.
I'm afraid of wolves.
Kind of just... Let's go. And just kind of heads to gets back to the city and heads to a police station.
I find it funny that my villains are nicer to you guys than my fucking heroes.
Yep. The world we live in.
When we're not stabbing their brains.
Very true. Or just being dicks right back to them. In case it takes you like 30 minutes to get to a gas station, and with this new lead, this kind of like final little tidbit, I think we're gonna call it there.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're definitely nearing that finale section.
Alrighty.
So end of session moves.
It's another session of Sam slowly growing into himself as he's getting used to his powers. So, I'm gonna move Mundane down and freak up.
Kind of tempted to say the same with me working on my motorcycle. With them going out on their own adventures. And Sam not telling me about his new cool powers.
I mean, he told you like
I'm
an hour
gonna
later.
just be like gone for like 10 minutes or so. Just give me a second.
So they also were friends again, so... I think I grew closer to Sam, I guess. Yeah, why not?
Alrighty.
They
Well,
also work together to bring down the killer robot, so yeah. That's pretty good.
ooh man, that song's a freaking throwback and a half. And yeah, I already have influence on you, so I moved labels, so I move them wherever you wanted to move them anyway.
Okay, fine.
All goes as planned. The main reason why I've been avoiding going closer to the team is because all I would do is probably give myself potential, and I'm trying to keep myself as low level as possible for Cam, so that when my arc comes in like 10 more volumes, I'm actually still here.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Which was,
Yeah, shouldn't be too eager to level up either.
this was a good session for me. I didn't gain a single potential.
Yeah, I gained some. I leveled and then got a couple more, but I only needed 2 levels, so.
Like now, I just get them in like short bursts because like last session I got like 4 or 5 potential, but the 2 sessions before that I had almost 0 because I didn't roll at all.
Good job. Sprawl, did you level up? Do any? What?
You know, I
End of session
grew closer to self, danger down, and mundane up.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, guess we're done.
Yeah. Sprawl also mark another doom sign.
For what?
Showing mercy to the brain.
Got it.
Right. This is great. This is awesome. Like this. Yeah, so I just hope you had a fun session.
Absolutely.